what a decentralized exchange is, what an aggregator is, and ultimately where things are going to be headed into the future. So Sergej, my brother, are you ready to do this? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, yeah, thanks.
All right,
it's a pleasure to be here, by the way.
Let's dive into this. Now, you and I were having some conversations outside, and we were talking about this world of decentralized technology, or in this decentralized exchange. So what is a DEX?
So DEX, we have different kinds of DEX. Of course, we have order book DEX, we have MM-based DEXs, based on a mathematical formula, like you see on Uniswap. We have two-asset liquidity pairs, multiple assets liquidity pairs, and very exciting thing in decentralized exchanges that it's permissionless and trustless. So everyone can interact with it. It's just a program actually on a decentralized computer, EVM-based.
You know, it's interesting what you just said there. I mean, this comes from experience. How long have you been studying in this space? When did you begin?
So my story started back in 2017 when I started to mine Ethereum. But 2018, I met my co-founder Anton Bukov. We started to do security audits of smart contracts. I'm a software engineer and architect for 18 years. Actually, I had no experience with Solidity, but like program is program, and any software engineer should be able to write and read it. So, and short time after that, we started to participate on hackathons, traveling around the globe, won a lot of prizes. And one of these hackathons, we have built 1 inch over 2 nights, sleepless nights.
Over 2 nights. Was this a binge? I mean, how did you begin? And what is your process of creating things?
So after the first hackathon back in 2018, where I met Vitalik Buterin and a lot of other superstars in Ethereum, we spent like 1 night to build a small application. We won 3 prizes, MakerDAO, Kyber, and Set Protocol, and we recognized we can travel around the globe and do it every month. So we did it. In 1.5 years, we participated on 70 or 18 hackathons around the globe. And the story looks like we come to the hackathon at Friday, so around 7 it starts. So you start to program something what you didn't develop before. It should be completely developed on a hackathon normally. And you have 2 days. And on Sunday in the morning at 9 a.m. you have to pitch. So yeah, and in most of the cases we didn't sleep at all, maybe 1 hour power nap, but in the 1 inch case, we didn't sleep at all. It was also a funny story. I found a bat. I thought it's from organizer. I used it, so, and after 3 minutes, one guy came and asked what I am doing there in the bed of his girlfriend. So that's why I didn't sleep at all. And yeah, you see, we didn't win anything. So normally you win small sponsor prizes. We got like $300 from ENS. I was able to pay the airplane tickets for me. But no main prizes, and yeah, but at the end you see we have 156 core contributors around the globe working on decentralized services, products, wallets. Yeah, it's nice to see.
So you said that while you built version 1 in a day, what version are you at right now?
So we are not versioning it in general. I would say it was the first approach. So we were sitting at a hackathon thinking what we should build. And we came to the idea that there are a lot of liquidity sources, DEXs, and we just wrote the algorithm which did the distribution between the liquidity sources to achieve the same rate everywhere. So nowadays we have more complex algorithm. We introduced in November 2020 a new approach where we use multiple markets. So you exchange Ethereum to USDC by using USDT, DAI, WBTC, maybe some blue chips tokens like Uni in between. So you use multiple markets for one single transaction. What is not possible in traditional finance, since yeah, it's not possible to execute it atomically. So in our case, we can revert transactions if it doesn't work.
Talk about that a little more.
So what I like in Ethereum, from our point of view, it was built for financial instruments. So, for example, we can execute a very complex trade on maybe 20 liquidity sources at the same time. And if maybe one of part of the swap, I call it pipes, like it's very complex path, and if one of these paths fails, we don't have to revert the whole path, we can just revert only one part. Or at the end, if it doesn't work at all, if the user gets less than expected, the whole path reverts and the user don't lose any money, so it's trustless kind of.
So then transparency, talk about that in this space. What does it look like, or I would say, what did it look like, and what is required today? I mean, if you're a global regulator and you're looking at this industry, what is it that they're looking for? And ultimately, the transparency a creator, a builder must give.
So this is a special topic regarding regulators, I would say. Maybe I will start first with the transparency. Transparency is very important. So from our point of view, no one should trust anyone. So in the case of FTX, which were regulated by regulators, actually gambled with $8 billion of US dollars of user funds because they could do that. So how my co-founder says, always, if something can fail, it will fail. So that's why we try to build something that cannot fail. It's simple as possible. So, yeah, transparency helps people to understand how that works, to verify how that works, and actually no more is needed here in the case of swaps on smart contracts. Regarding regulators, from our point of view, like DeFi should be regulated in different manner. Yeah, if we have a lot of this complexity, what we have in centralized entities, not anymore. Maybe a little bit different approach is required here. Which approach I cannot tell right now. It needs maybe to be discovered together, not just the regulator look on that from the side and think, okay, maybe this is the best approach, but at the end it doesn't work, and also stop the innovation. And from our point of view, innovation should be pushed forward, and there should be an environment for new innovation and improvements in traditional finance.
So you mentioned a name earlier, Vitalik, and you got excited. He's that Kobe Bryant. He's that brilliant, huh?
So Vitalik is a very special person. I spoke with him maybe 15 times, maybe more. But every time when I come, he is asking, who are you? So he's really brilliant. He had a really great idea, and he's still there. He's pushing forward. Yeah, he's a genius with specific approaches. Yeah. I would love to have more possibilities to communicate with him, but yeah, I guess the whole blockchain world would like to do something with Vitalik.
Now, excellence, because it is required globally. If you're an FI and you're looking to see who are we going to partner with, you're a fiduciary, you want to be a custodian. You know, so talk about excellence. How do you build something that will truly give mass adoption? Because what will be required will be the standard. And the standard won't be here. The standard ultimately begins at the stars. I mean, there is a very high expectation that this space must be different than the other, remarkably better. So talk about building excellence for the future.
Ooh, that's difficult. So, from our point of view, our future, especially also in finance, should look much more simpler than it is right now. We have a lot of intermediates which you have trust. So we have seen it with the banks, right? So Silicon Valley banks closed and a lot of people lost money. Yeah? And this is very strange, very bad. And maybe, yeah, you should go different approaches, other approaches where people own money and don't trust anyone. So, and also regarding the technology itself, we can do much more efficient things right now, like banks are using still Excel sheets to exchange some information and document some informations, but they can use smart contracts and use the settlement on smart contract and blockchain just to save a lot of time and have high security and be more efficient.
You know, the way that you respond to your community for many, many years, if you look at some of the big tech giants, how many of their founders have candidly even been associated at some point with getting involved? They became very detached. But you haven't. You're not hiding somewhere, you're here. And by the way, Paris, France is amazing. This is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, #1 tourist destination. So talk that through, kind of the way you see things.
So yeah, some founders they just exit or just try to do something different. In my case, I just do what I feel. And I feel there's a lot of room of improvement. We can build a lot of things, like everything what you see right now under 1 inch was driven by feelings, I would say. Also the algorithm itself. I had the feeling this just splitting between liquidity source makes maybe not sense, just to let it how it is, and this room for improvement. And I was looking for the improvement. Together with my co-founder, we came to the idea how to use multiple markets and how do it very efficient. So yeah.
You know, so as we now come down to the final few minutes, team members. During I would say, the period of the market being uncertain, you made acquisitions, capital. You went out and you met people, and one of them you brought on, formerly with Ripple, is now helping you to lead this FI type charge. So looking in from your perspective of being trusted, being transparent, and now having the right team, Fusion, why is that something that you're now adding to the equation, and what is Fusion?
So first of all, don't trust anyone, and me especially. Verify if you are using one of what our teams produce, wallets or APIs or whatever, which generate specific information which you can use to interact with the blockchain. Yeah, don't trust, verify. And in terms of our products and the recent product which we released last year, which actually was built in 30 days. So our teams just came to Dubai in just one big room, and they were hacking this innovation, I would say, just in 30 days. Yeah. Of course, we had a lot of security audits already prepared for the smart contracts, but most of the work was done in the last 30 days. So regarding Fusion, Fusion is the next thing from our point of view. It's just we turn it around. So before Fusion, everyone was taker. When the user did a swap, the user was a taker. There were some attack vectors, for example, math, like sandwich attacks. When you exchange huge amount of money, you get sandwiched. That's right now on Uniswap is the case. So when you swap on a Uniswap, you get a sushi swap, pancake swap, doesn't matter. This is kind of old approach, and we had to change this because flashbots came. It's now possible to sandwich people to extract value from the transactions. We turn it around and we introduced that the user is the maker itself. They create kind of limit order, which is based on Dutch auction. Dutch auction is not linear. Actually, my guys used the name, I don't like it personally, but they used Grid Kunzinjar. My mushroom name is Kunz. I don't know why they use this, but anyway, I came also like to this idea by like again feeling that okay, there's a better approach, and we came to the idea that the order is just an algorithmical order, which contains different price rates, depends on the time. So at the beginning, the user order tried to get for the best rate on the market, which is right now the current rate on the market without any price impact. It goes down over time to a price impact, which would happen if you do just market rate on Ethereum, for example. And it goes a little bit below to also offer arbitrage opportunity for market makers. And together with our new staking upgrade for the 1-inch network and introducing resolvers and resolvers list, we introduced opportunity for market makers to become a resolver, to stay in the top 10, to maintain the position by staking 1-inch token, to getting delegates from users from the community, to achieve best execution for the user. So user is protected from front-running attacks. The user is executing like trades in asynchronously manner. That means you don't have to wait for the first trade to execute the second one, because professional market makers execute your orders. And from our point of view, this is just a beginning. We need account abstraction with similar approach that you don't do any transaction anymore. You shouldn't care as a user to have better experience. You shouldn't take care about the blockchain on which you execute something or you want to exchange something. And you shouldn't be also in charge to send the transaction to the blockchain. It can be done by someone else who's doing it better than the normal user to achieve also, I already said, a better user experience. This is the future from our point of view.
And so take me out now for you. You've reached your greatest aspirations. Do you stay in it? Do you continue? Or do you just become an investor in the space yourself to help some of these entrepreneurs or wannabe entrepreneurs that have that idea? Because ideas, you and I talked about, ideas are easy. Execution's hard. You've now learned through your process of what works and what doesn't work. So do you see yourself ever getting to a spot where you become a Tim Draper?
So, of course, a lot of people start reaching to me if I can support them, advise them, and a lot of things. I try to help where I can, so we have a good example here with one of my friends was working with hardware devices a really long time, and I and Anton, we had the idea about the simplest hardware wallet ever, which is not destroyable and very secure and also open source. We explained this idea to my friend, and now they delivered after 1 year on really small amount of money a prototype which is much better than Ledger and Trezor together from our point of view. So, and yeah, I try to help. I stay with both feet on the ground, I would say.
And you have a grant program, the 1-inch grant program.
Yes, we have different things. We have our independent foundation, which also offer grants for startups. Actually, the hardware wallet got the grant. Also, decentralized storage, DNet protocol got also a grant. Actually, they have already application app store. You can in decentralized manner store files. Really nice. And also we have our DAO, which have already 17 million of US dollars, which can be spent for grants, for building new products. So if someone would like to build anything on top of 1-inch network, for 1-inch network, or just for the DeFi, they can just share the idea and get some funds. We try also to support this because we know how it is. At the beginning, we worked 1.5 years with Anton without any penny. Getting for what we did, and the community started to give us. So we got, I guess, 5K from Andrei Cronier at the beginning. I met them recently in Dubai. I said thank you for this, and also Gitcoin grants helped us to get more contributors to work on this.
Perfect. So I can tell you, because I've been there, if you want to learn more about 1-inch, a little more about Sergey and the rest of the team, come visit them. They have a booth like literally right over there. That's it, 10-9-8-7-6. We're done. Sergey.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.